Okay, so I just charged that one with silk.
Okay.
See the video thing? And I'm going to charge this other one with silk as well, and there we go.
Hey.
And just to prove it's not just downhill, it stops and...
They both come down. Mr. Weidner, you demon.
Okay, so I have rod and rod, they repel. These repel, so what's the charge on the glass?
We don't know.
We don't know because they repel. So
Find out from the rubber.
Ooh.
Okay, spot on. At this point,
Spot on. I like
explain the interaction. Right there, you can at least write the word. What happened between them? They repelled. We can't complete the drawing though, because I know they repel, which all that means is they are the same. So what we now have to do is we have to compare it to something that we do know. This is exactly what Ben Franklin would have done. He would have said, this is my basis for everything. I know what this is. I'm going to use this to find out what everything else is. So, let's pray it works. Okay. So moving on to the fourth box. Explain the interaction between one plastic rod and one glass rod. Note the glass rod is rubbed with silk. It says fur there. Cross your fingers for me, please. Okay, I rub this end. I bring this close. Yeah.
Oh.
That's right.
Oh.
Turn it around.
Yeah.
It's right about now when I get, a little confident, I'll get spinning real fast and then it goes flying off into the front row. So, what is this? I like the positive motivation. What is this?
Negative.
Negative. It did what to this?
Attract.
So this had to be
Positive.
positive. So we'll start in the fourth box and we'll go back to the third box.
Are you sure?
I like this game because all I do is erase. For the fourth box, the interaction was they attracted. This one I'm going to say is plastic. So I know that. What's the charge on plastic?
Negative.
It is going to be negative. So it is net negative. This one here is glass. And I know it has to be net positive. So, being net positive, does that mean that there aren't any negatives? No, it just means there's more positive than negative. So I would like it if you at least draw, one on there. Okay. So for the fourth box, what was the charge on plastic?
Positive.
Negative.
I mean,
Plastic is always, it's going to be negative when it's rubbed with fur. What's the charge on the glass? Positive. One thing I do want to point out, and I'll pull out someday and show you guys the triboelectric series. If I were to rub, let's say, the plastic with some other material, you are not guaranteed the plastic will always be negative. It's only when I rub the plastic with, actually we should be even more specific, the rubber with fur, this is always going to be negative. If I rub silk with glass, the glass is always going to be positive. But if I would rub the glass with fur, or if I would rub the silk with the fur,
Find out.
Let's find out.
and we can do some of that later. But
Magic.
But our general rules, things that we should know by now. If you, on a quiz, if I said glass rubbed with silk, plastic rubbed with fur, right there you should know one is positive, one is negative. I know, or I may say a positive rod and a negative rod, but I don't necessarily have to give you those definitions. Good to go? Okay, back to box 3. Do you think you can fill that one in on your own?
Yes.
Explain the interaction between two glass rods, both being rubbed with fur. So both the rods, when you draw them, they are going to be net positive. Which means So this is glass. They didn't attract. They repelled. And I need to fix my drawing. There we go.